I get mad when I see other black guys that have no respect for fatherhood or other men who have fathers in their lives. It's like this dude has no respect for that. And if you don't respect fatherhood, it's like I don't know, man. It makes me mad. It does. But the type of fatherless black men who have issues with guys that do have fathers, it goes to show you the huge difference between the two groups. And we do see the world through a different lens. Black men with daddy pain or daddy issues, they hate taking orders from other black men. And they despise professional black men, especially like the black dudes who have made the worst decisions in life and they know they're not going to amount to nothing. And these are the kind of black dudes who depend on women. These are the simps, the crash dummies these black feminists use to protect the matriarch. These are the black guys, they hate you. And those are the black guys that are dangerous. I mean, they will know that you're a decent, productive dude on a straight and arrow doing the right thing. And they will double team with the black feminists with Bonquisha to demonize you, to attack you, to make you the bad guy at any cost. At any cost. And this all stems from those black men, those fatherless black men who they just despise black male authority because they didn't grow up with it in the house. And imagine if you were raised by your single mom and every time you heard your mom talking about a black man, she was saying that nigga this, that nigga that, or she was on the phone saying, yeah, that motherfucker, this nigga, that motherfucker, this, that. Imagine if you grew up in a household like that. So your single mom doesn't have to directly say, hate or define black male authority, or your mom doesn't have to teach you as a kid to not cooperate or respect black male authority. You can just go by the way you remember how she fucking talked about and addressed black males. That's all you need. And that's how a lot of even these black girls learn at an early age not to be cooperative with their black male spouses as they become adults, as women. I mean, these single mothers don't tell their young black girls directly, be confrontational, be, argumentative. No, these single mothers don't tell their daughters that directly. But these young black girls listen to their mother on the phone talking to their girlfriends. These young black girls, they hear how their mothers address the men that are in their lives on the phone, or how their mothers address the men in conversation when they're talking to their girlfriends on the phone. And these young black girls grow up and they are just like their mother, and they end up alone, single, and miserable. So when you don't have that male authority in your household, you're going to have black children that grow up and are just put off to any type of structure or authority from black men. And in this case, you got other black guys who despise any type of structure or authority coming from a black man. And it all stems from their daddy pain, their fatherhood pain. And look, my dad, he told me he was raised by his mom and his grandmother back in the day. So my dad didn't have a father like that. But my dad raised me. He raised 6 of us. So single mothers, but see, at the same time though, back then, this is back in the fucking 50s and back when Jim Crow was around, so we had a different breed of single mothers. Those single mothers were honorable, good, decent black women who had common sense to read and write and make sure their kids can grow up and be competitive. So those single mothers are a different breed, and you got to salute them. At the same time, man, that's proof that single mothers are good. I mean, well, the single mothers can raise good kids. And the single mothers who are raising good kids, you should be pissed off and speaking out against these bad single mothers that are making you all look bad. But no, you're not. So all of you motherfuckers are going to be bunched in together. Because you should be hella pissed off at these dysfunctional single mothers fucking it up for all you motherfuckers. Because believe me, if all these dysfunctional kids are coming from majority single father homes, trust me, this would be top story on the news every fucking day. Why are single fathers raising dysfunctional kids that can't read and write? Why are single fathers raising dysfunctional kids that are turning out to be prostitutes, turning out to be gang members and pimps? Why are single fathers raising these No. Single mothers are given a pass for all this shit that they're fucking raising. That's where the fucking problem is. But yeah, man, I really do believe that the black dudes without fathers and that don't get over that pain and that have a problem with black male authority, they are more dangerous than your average racist, I really believe. The reason why is because those black men, you will come in contact more often than you do a racist. And those kind of black men are the reason why there's a high homicide rate in black America. Because those black men are in search of a masculine identity. And their way of asserting their masculine identity is through aggression and irrational, immediate, put it this way, I don't got a problem with aggression. I don't. As a last resort. I got a problem when you think that your manhood or manhood period is based on how many people you can beat up or how many bitches you can fuck, or if you have this hyper type, I'm a tough guy. It's like you're trying to fucking make up for some emptiness in you. You got to be careful around those kind of guys. Those guys, they don't have the common sense on the proper way to assert their manhood. So they'll go about it the wrong way. And, that's why guns come out and a lot of us die and kill each other. Because, de-escalation and problem solving is not something that we're good with, because a lot of these motherfuckers were raised by single mothers. Ignorant ghetto bitches. Okay? And they think like these ignorant ghetto bitches. So you can't expect to reason with them. Now, the other topic, what I was going to hit with is that black folks without fathers must also understand that they were more than likely the result of casual, meaningless sex. I mean, a one-night stand in the back of a car somewhere, like I said earlier. Your parents probably had no plan for you. Your mom and dad had no plan for you. And this is the result of the sexual liberation movement after the 70s. Free love, free sex, fuck. When you give these chicks freedom to have sex, this is what happens. And the guys, the way the sexual liberation movement affected the guys is that, hey, you can just go fuck as many bitches as you want, bust nuts in them, and hey, 1972, abortion came. So, hey, we can just avoid all responsibility. Just have free casual sex. Because you can't have the feminist movement and the sexual liberation movement. Well, you can't have the sexual liberation movement without abortion. So it all goes together. The feminist movement, the sexual liberation movement, and abortion. It all goes together. Because a woman can't have multiple sex partners and be sexually free without having an abortion, because she's going to end up pregnant every goddamn year after having all these sex partners. So it all went together. And after the sexual liberation movement, it was just, your mom was fucking, dude. She was just fucking. And you came about. A lot of us just don't want to accept that part. And what's so crazy about that is, a lot of us are doing the same thing today that your dad did to you. Your dad was out there in the 70s and 80s having casual sex with multiple women. And now today, the dudes who were produced from that are doing the same shit. having sex, casual sex with multiple women that they don't even want to be fucking with. And your mom was obviously one of those women your dad didn't want to fuck with. Your dad probably had a bunch of bitches he was fucking with. And your mom was the last, your mom was just that drought chick that he was fucking on the drought probably. You know, and he was just waiting for that bitch that he wanted to lock down or some shit like that. I don't know. But you know what the get down is. You today, you promote that and you support that culture today. And I'm not telling you to be a choir boy and shit like that. I'm just trying to give you an illustration on how the black guys who are products of fatherless homes or not knowing who their father is are doing the same thing today that their dads did back in the 80s and 70s. When they were just fucking bitches they didn't care about. Your mom was one of those bitches that was a side bitch, a jump off, a thought. A bitch running around fucking a bunch of dudes and shit. Nobody take it serious. I mean, maybe that's you, bro. Maybe that's you, sis. And that's the pill none of us want to swallow. See? But see, many of us, our parents had a plan. Our dad had a plan. You know what I mean? My dad had a plan for me. And my mom picked that man. I'm telling you, dude. It's all who your mom picks, bro. If she picks a local drug dealer, you're fucked. Yeah, man, but it's unfortunate that we have these two different types of black dudes, the ones that have fathers and the ones who don't. Now, the ones who don't got fathers and they understand that it's time to move on and it's time for you to raise your kid and break that cycle, I salute you. This is not for you. This is to the black dudes that got that pain and they want to fucking sabotage black America as a whole. Fuck all that. That's how they think. Like, fuck that family shit, man. My dad wasn't around and I don't give a fuck about nobody else. Because of that. Those are the kind of black guys that I don't like to fuck around with. And like I said, those black guys are dangerous, man. Because when they see you with your family, when they see you with your dad, when they see you with they look at you like, so what? Fuck you. I swear to you, dude. Those black dudes are like that. And yo, man, that's what you're up against. And you got to figure out a way to, like, neutralize those kind of black guys in a way in which you can do it in different ways, diplomatically, or you can just get down with it. But yeah, man, I noticed that a lot of us don't want to accept the fact that some of us were produced in the backseat of a car. Hey, motherfucker. I'll be cracking myself up, man. Get my cigar going. But yeah, how long is this video? Alright, let me wrap it up. It's time to finish this shit up. Hold on. Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap this up. But I mean, now can you see how this cycle continues? Like the black folks, the black men and women who, well, in particular the black guys at this point, who don't know who their father is, are more than likely doing the same thing today that their dad did back in the day, which was having casual, reckless sex with women that they don't even want to fuck with long term. That's how you became this way. Your dad was fucking your mom back in the 70s, 80s. She was a side chick or whatever. Or like everybody was running through that bitch. And like, hey, he had some other plans. I mean, you just got to swallow that pill and be like, all right, I'm going to be a father and break that cycle. Because like I said, my dad didn't have a dad. So I guess he had that pain too of growing up. Well, I knew who my grandpa is. We know, like, put it this way, my grandpa was in World War fucking II. You know what I mean? So, like, I knew who he was. My dad knew who he was. But, like, during the time my dad was growing up and shit, he was fucking, like, in war and shit. So my grandmother, my dad told me his grandmother and his mom primarily raised him. But we know who the fuck my grandfather is on my dad's side. It was just that my dad was like, hey, he didn't raise me. It was mainly my mom. And look, dude, you don't give credit to no motherfucker who didn't raise you. I don't give a fuck who it is. You, as a kid, the most important thing is you give props and praise to whoever raised you, loved you, and really cared for you. You never give credit to somebody who didn't fucking raise you. I don't give a fuck. If you gotta put your fucking biological mom under the bus because they fucked you over, fine. You gotta put your biological dad under the bus because they fucked you over, fine. But don't harp on it forever. Move on and break that cycle as an adult. Like I said, that pain inside, I don't know how I would feel, dude. I mean, I can imagine not knowing who my dad, how that would feel. Like, fuck, like, where are you at? I wonder what kind of guy you are, like. But then it's like, when you meet those kind of black guys, when they meet their, like, when they meet their dad, they'll treat their dad like any other guy, like, I don't understand that. Well, fuck. Yeah, if I understand it, I take that back. If you don't know this if you don't know this guy, and he just pops up in your life, and you're fucking a grown ass man, I don't expect you to treat him like, hey, dad, I love. That is your dad. You should have some respect. Don't be disrespectful. But I can understand why you would treat him like a regular dude, yeah. But like, I don't know, dude, this is strange shit. Because I could never treat my dad like a regular dude. That's my dad, man. Whenever I get around my dad, I feel like I'm that kid. I just gotta give my dad that respect, man. I never curse around my dad. I could never imagine treat my dad like a regular strange dude. Like, what's up? Nah, man. But like the black guys who didn't have their pops, they can do that. Like they just, oh, it's a foreign. We got two different types of worlds amongst us as black men, and that's what we got to understand. And once we can get to that understanding and work from that understanding, things will get better. So I'm done, man. And I also wanted to touch on these black broads who don't got fathers that got a problem with black male authority too. These bitches are even worse. I'm gonna make a video about that because black women with daddy issues are just as severe. I mean, they have daddy. They just are completely like. This is why a lot of them are unmarriageable, and as far as relationship-wise, they don't understand how to maintain productive families, and they don't appreciate the value of a father. But what's so strange is that these black chicks, they grew up without a father. They know that pain, and they go out and do the same thing and get pregnant by a loser. It's a strange thing with me, a strange pattern, like. You know what it was like to grow up as a girl without a father, but then you go out and you get a loser and inflict the same pain on your own daughter. And this is why I believe these bitches do this shit on purpose. This is a beehive, a collective mentality amongst these bitches. They just don't value fatherhood. They don't value the black family. This is what the feminist movement has done to them. Have done to them since the 60s. So, hey, I'm just putting this out there so the younger generation know what's up. I can only imagine, turning 18 years old in 2019 and hearing this shit and trying to figure out what's going on. Hey, listen to my videos, all you youngsters. And this, I'm not trying to. That's why I'm not trying to change these older black bitches and these feminists, these twisted feminists. Nah, man. This is all for the younger generation of black boys and girls, so they'll know what happened after 1960. Everything will fall into place, and they can have a timeline and understand how the feminist movement and the sexual liberation movement really destroyed the black American family structure. And from there, the younger generation will understand how to go about countering the feminist movement and preserving the history of black American ADOS or foundational black American bloodline in this country for another 300, 400, 500 years or forever, or for however America lasts. But yeah, man, I gotta go, dude. I'm done.